The night turns nostalgic. Reminded that it's the 4th of July, the group decides to celebrate like they did in high school, wild, carefree, and reckless. On their way out, they bump into Stevie, a former friend they had all drifted away from years ago after her father abandoned her and took the money meant for her college tuition. Though Danica hesitates, the others invite her along, and with a coworker covering her shift, Stevie agrees. Fueled by alcohol, music, and old memories, they head to a highway cliff with the best view of the fireworks. But the carefree mood quickly shifts when Teddy stumbles into the road, drunk, and nearly gets run over. Milo shoves him aside just in time, but a truck swerves to avoid them, loses control, and slams against the cliff's edge. The group rushes to help, but despite their desperate efforts to free the trapped driver, the truck tumbles into the abyss. They're safe, but rattled. They've just caused a stranger's death. Chaos erupts. Should they call the police? Teddy insists no, warning that his family's reputation is at risk. He promises his father will handle it, forcing everyone into silence. Ava protests but is pressured into swearing secrecy. Together, they bury the truth. 1 year later, Ava returns for Danica's bachelorette party. On the plane, she meets Tyler, a young podcaster obsessed with true crime. Tyler reveals she's in town to record a special on Southport's dark history, including the 1997 fisherman murders. Uneasy, Ava keeps quiet about her own past. At the party, Danica beams opening her gifts, until an anonymous card chills her. "I know what you did last summer." The words hit like a knife. Panic ripples through the group. Only they and Teddy's father knew about the accident. They immediately suspect Teddy, who has been drinking away his sorrows on a boat since breaking up with Danica. But when they confront him, he angrily denies it, throwing them off his property. That night, horror strikes. Danica's fiancé Wyatt is brutally attacked at their home by a figure wielding a hook. By the time Danica finds him, it's too late. Fear spreads quickly. The group realizes this is no prank, it's a vendetta. They dig into Sam Cooper, the man who died in the accident, but find nothing suggesting anyone would avenge him. Suspicion shifts to Tyler. She's obsessed with the case, arrived just as the killings began, and seems far too interested in their past. Ava agrees to meet her, but at Bayside House, site of one of the original fisherman killings, the killer strikes again. Tyler is slaughtered, while Ava barely escapes. Convinced the nightmare from 1997 has returned, she seeks out Julie James, one of the few survivors. Julie warns her the only way to survive is to face the truth head-on. Meanwhile, the town reels from more deaths. Teddy and his powerful father are murdered during the fireworks, their bodies gruesomely displayed at the bay. The authorities, pressured by Mr. Grant's reputation, try to cover things up, dismissing the murders as accidents or suicides. But the group knows better. The fisherman has returned, and he's targeting them one by one. Desperate, they investigate. They learn the truck from the accident belonged to Pastor Judas, who had been close to Sam Cooper. Suspicion rises, but clues keep twisting. Milo disappears, later found dead, his body staged in his own car. Danica suffers haunting nightmares of past victims. And still, the hook keeps swinging. Finally, the truth emerges in the most shocking way. On Teddy's boat, Stevie reveals herself as the killer. After her father's betrayal, she sank into despair until she met Sam, who helped her cope. When he died that night, she was left shattered. Believing her friends abandoned her and left Sam to die, she vowed to destroy them. A brutal confrontation erupts on the water. Ava and Danica fight for their lives as Stevie unleashes her fury, confessing she thought they'd gone to the police that night. But instead, they chose silence. The betrayal fuels her rage. Ava and Danica fight back, barely escaping. But there's another twist. Ray Bronson, survivor of the original massacre, appears to help. But Ava realizes too late he has been aiding Stevie all along. Still haunted by his own past, Ray sought vengeance against Southport, using Stevie's grief to continue the fisherman's legacy. Trapped in a bar with him, Ava barely survives, firing a harpoon that finally ends his obsession. Even then, Stevie slips away, carried by the tide. The nightmare isn't over. In the aftermath, Ava and Danica, wounded, traumatized, but alive, recover together. They remember all they've lost: Milo, Teddy, Wyatt, and so many others. Yet one truth burns brighter than fear: Stevie is still out there. And until she's stopped, the past will never rest.